Yeah, I often wondered about that. Like, especially for non-streamers or streamers that turn their camera off and say, I'm not going to have a mic because I'm focusing on racing. Usually the ways that they can determine if they want to assess if someone's botting. I'm just going to let this follow through to see if we die or not. If we don't die, then I'm just going to assume I don't have to do anything. I'm literally doing nothing since we fell off that first thing. Hey Joe, I was paging you earlier, you didn't respond. We literally just started and did the big descent down the cave. Don't try to bite me, fish. Stop it. Best of luck, Corin. Okay, that's a big fall, so we save. Oh, I'm sorry, Corin. Okay. Alright, so I guess we go up the ladder. No, I guess we go in the water. Man, I really want to do this now. I'm gonna... I might have to have a... I might have to create an account called Pink Panztastic. And we stream some bot creation. Wait. Can't call it that. Some theories of artificial intelligence. Applied artificial intelligence via gaming experience. It's always better when you use the word applied to something, you know, it makes it sound much better. People are like, oh, you're actually using it. Yeah, it's not just theoretical. Oh. Bad kitty. Right, so is this is one of the long levels, is it, Joe? Or just one of the slightly longer levels? Oh, bad kitty. Oh, this is a long level. Oh, man. Okay. Now I want to program a, I want to call it a bot. I just want to call it a bot, because it is, right? But it's not. Boom! Why is it not? Because it's smarter. Joe. Okay, so now we go back to the start. Wait, how many kitties have been released? Apparently we released some birds. Some birds that can really eat bullets. Why is the whole place rumbling? It's because I killed the bird. Wait, I took a spring-loaded thing up here. How am I supposed to get down? Is this mandatory damage? Is it, Joe? Is it actually... I mean, it is Lara Croft. It doesn't look that far. Okay. No forced damage, which is nice. There's a blue keyhole there. Where are these fish? I should have killed them when I got out of the water because they were right behind me. Except I didn't. Oh, what's down there? Death? I'm voting death. Is that an actual key that I need? Or is that a dragon key? Oh. Come on, Lara. Outswim the fish. You outrun everything and outjump everything. Outswim fish time. And then shoot them. Shoot them dead. How's your week been, Joe? You get up to much on the weekend? Rare golden eels are extinct now? Good. They obviously weren't strong enough to live in this world. We don't want leeches. Not much. Fortunately. I'm with you, brother. It sounds like the perfect weekend, doesn't it? Oh. Flippin' spoders, man. How long can I reckon I can drag out not having this med pack? It's usually somewhere in the first 10% of a level I take damage and then try to think, oh, you know, it's a free full heal if I make it to the end, right? There's a tiny bit of ladder there. Lava. Ladder there. Okay. Silly dragon there. Which we'll ignore, as is tradition. Kind of glad we're ignoring that, because how are you supposed to get back? I'm okay with spoders. We can just kill them, right? Wait. Is there a really big spoder? Oh, I should change game name. There is something, I don't know, just awkwardly wrong about how she climbs the ladders. Alright, Lara, let's do this. Good. Issues. Issues. Is shoes. Ah, Joe. No, definitely not intent. Okay. This will be a climb and backflip. Okay. Are there crumblies? Let's have a go. Oh man. Okay, so we're gonna have to time that. And there's spikes. Oh! Oh! I should save a lot. I have been saving a lot more lately. I'm getting better at it. I should save right there. No, apparently not. I don't need those, so let's just approach this. Okay, so now if we were able to get back out the front of here, we go back to that one. Classic Tomb Raider back and forth level design. I like the designer that does the back and forth levels instead of the designer that does the I'm a jerk levels. So things are looking good for this level. Yeah, that's the biggest difference between that the level designer that's not that guy and the level designer that is that guy, and however many other level designers they had. One of them put those things in his levels, the other one didn't because he's a jerk. Or the other ones. Right, I think I'm going through this way. Is that jump a thing at some point? Like is that the speedrunner jump? If these statues come to life and start attacking me, I'm gonna freak out. That's not exactly what I'd call come to life and attack me, so I'm okay with it. Speedrun path never goes down the water. That's got to be next level. Some next level. I'm gonna go with cheating. It's, you know, like some next level unintended routing. Do they use the springboard to get to the bridge? No, you have to get to the water to do that. How do you not go in the water? And it's glitchless? It's just unintended routing? One of the things that I had to do in a lot of the code that I worked in was make tests that checked a lot of geometry, which would have in something like this been used to check to see if there was any possible jumps, you know, like where they were connecting things of certain, like you'd set it up like the path you wanted to go and jumps that were outside of that. From the slope at the beginning of the level is a hidden path to a secret. From the secret, you can do a pixel perfect jump. Yeah. Gotta wonder how someone finds a pixel perfect jump. Like, do they just look at it and they're like, I think, you know, and at what point do they exhaust it and be like, nope, it can't be done? Never, until it's done. Oh, that's wrong. Okay. Step back, run forward, jump, slide, jump. Oh, just glad I didn't get that. Just jump further, Lara. Okay. I wonder if I... Oh. Could at least swan dive into the lava if you're gonna die. I can't even remember how to do a swan dive anymore. Yeah, a lot of saving. I both like that and I don't like it. Because I think what it does is, from a like level, it means there's lots of different engagements that you get over and you're like, yeah, I did it type of situation. Right? But from the save point of view, it's also like, you miss the continuity of like continually going. You miss the continuity of continually. Nice work, Panz. You're some sort of wordsmith. Which is why like a lot of games had like checkpoints or specific save points in them, because the idea was to get from one point to the next in a single, effort. I could always save less. Yeah. Did I just miss a switch because of that? Oh, I see. Nice. I don't know how I'd actually do it if I was playing one that, like, if we'd played through all the Tomb Raiders and then we got to the newest Ubutus one, right? Because it goes way back to Quake days, and pretty much how myself and all my friends and everyone playing it, I was in dorms at university. How everyone played was you'd walk around the corner and you'd shoot stuff, and you'd either save or reload, depending on how that went. And I don't know how it sort of developed. We just sort of, I don't know. That's just how play had sort of become. You would, yeah. Well, next room would be save or a reload within 30 seconds of walking around the corner. And then you do the next bit and the next bit, gradually getting the perfect run through the level, or what you thought was. And didn't know any different until I was watching... oh, you can't get there at all. Okay. Yeah, it's no big deal. We can get a med kit. Maybe we can't get the med kit. Until I was watching someone else play, and they weren't saving at all. They were going, decently into the level without saving, and when they died, they were restarting again. So we're gonna need to jump there at some stage. And I was watching it, and eventually I said, "Oh, how come you don't save more?" And he said, "Oh, it doesn't find it fun because you spend more time saving and reloading." I mean, computers weren't that slow back then. They were slow by today's standard, a lot slower than today's standard. But Quake wasn't that intense to run, so the quick save, quick load was fairly quick. Makes sense. That's what it's called. Don't hit head. Come on, run. I'm going to do it now because no. There's doors opening. Yeah, and I remember asking, I said, well, what happens though when you get like 20 minutes into the level and then you die? He's like, oh, I have to start again. Hey, Nicolini, I love it. Like, there's definitely things that I'm frustrated about, but I try not to be too critical because the game's really old, right? And I'd still say it's aged fairly well. Yeah, so at some stage I went back to playing Quake. And I started doing that, but I wasn't saving once per level. Like once at the start of the level was just not. That was not enough for me. So I just sort of paced it out. But I found out I ended up getting better at the game. The reason I'm saving a lot in this one is time. Like I don't want to master the levels and I don't want to savor the game. I just want to enjoy it at a pace that I can get through. And if that means saving more frequently and doing and perfecting smaller bits, I'm totally okay with that, right? But I think if it was a newer game, if the newer Tomb Raiders were sort of made in this sort of style, I probably wouldn't save as much as I am right now. I'd play things in bigger chunks. But I think one of the reasons why I don't mind saving, depending on the game now, in some newer games, is that you get punished with a lot of dialogue that you have to listen to again. Yeah, I've seen a bit of the newer ones played. I often wonder what would happen if the newer ones didn't go down that road. Died to the same thing I died to before. And they'd stayed more traditional. Okay, same thing. I'm thinking about that question and not about the game. I don't think they'd be able to sell for as much because they wouldn't be those big budget, have those big budget type stories in them. Like, because the story in these are like, well, the first one, extremely minimal, right? And even in this one, it's super minimal. You get some cutscenes here and there. Nice little intro at the start. Some cutscenes here and there. There'll be a cinematic somewhere. You jerks. And the game is all about the levels and the play. Whereas modern games have become... At some point, people decided they wanted story in everything. you know, they became like method actors. What's my purpose for playing? Because it's a game and you want to have fun. You know, like, why? Yeah, but why am I manipulating these 4 mathematically arranged blocks into rows so that they can deplete each other one at a time? Because that's what Tetris is, moron. I feel like we need a name. What do you mean? Well, the pieces. We can call red red, but I don't want to call green green, and you should never call someone blue. I'm okay with the melodramatic, but I wish there was more tombing. Although I do like RPGs, so I'd be playing it. I'm going to play through all of them. I've got all of them and all the expansions and everything, except for the extra levels for this one, which I'm going to have to find somewhere. Because I'm happy having an RPG as an RPG. And it'll be interesting to see the change. But if I was someone that I had no interest in RPGs, but I really like Tomb Raider, I could understand why there's disappointment. Yeah. I want to do the Prince of Persia's as well. That'll be a big change. But I think that'll just be graphics and stuff though, right? The Prince of Persia's never really got super story, did they? They got like minor story? Story-ish? And then we've also got Assassin's Creed, which, you know, is just a mammoth of cluster. What the hell? You know, even the first one. Why am I hearing a boulder? There probably is one. I'm going to be hearing... I hate flares, man. Yeah, so it definitely has that sort of feel of, why'd you put this genre in my game? And the game's more like, we changed. Sorry. And you're like, man,